simple English practice that actually works. Ali was a quiet boy from a small town. He always dreamed of speaking English confidently, but every time he tried, he felt nervous. You know, in school, when the teacher asked him to speak, his voice became weak. His hands started shaking, and his mind went blank. He knew many English words, but he could not use them properly. Okay? This made him feel frustrated. One day, Ali decided that he would not give up. He told himself, I don't need perfect English. I just need to start. That was the moment his journey began. Instead of studying difficult grammar books, Ali chose a simple way. Every morning, he stood in front of a mirror and spoke to himself in English. At first, he could only say small sentences like, My name is Ali. I am learning English. It felt strange and even a little funny, but he continued every day. After a few days, Ali added a new habit. He started thinking in English. When he woke up, he would say in his mind, I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am going to eat breakfast. Slowly, his brain started understanding English naturally. Ali also began watching simple English videos. He didn't try to understand every word. John. Instead, he focused on listening and repeating. Sometimes, he paused the video and spoke the same sentence again and again. And again. This helped him improve his pronunciation and confidence. One evening, Ali met his friend Ahmed, who was also learning English. They decided to practice together. Every day, they talked for minutes in English. They made many mistakes, but they laughed and kept going. They didn't stop because of fear. They improved because of practice. Weeks passed, and something amazing happened. Ali noticed that he could speak longer sentences. He didn't stop after one or two words. He could express his ideas. He felt more confident, and his fear slowly disappeared. One day, in class, the teacher asked a question in English. Before, Ali would stay silent, but this time, he raised his hand. His heart was beating fast, but he spoke. Bangzia. His sentences were not perfect, but they were clear. The teacher smiled and said, Very good, Ali. That small moment changed everything for him. Ali understood an important lesson. Learning English is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. It is about practicing every day, even for a few minutes. It is about speaking, making mistakes, and improving step by step. From that day, Ali continued his simple routine, speaking in front of a mirror, thinking in English, watching and repeating, talking with friends. He smelled a big difference. After a few months, Ali became one of the most confident English speakers in his class. Tamjind, people asked him, How did you improve so fast? He smiled and said, I used simple English practice that actually works. And that is the truth. You don't need expensive courses or complicated methods. Stamda. You just need simple daily practice, patience, and courage. If Ali can do it, you can do it too. Start today. Speak a little, improve a little, and one day you will speak English with confidence. After gaining some confidence, Ali decided to challenge himself more. He realized that speaking alone, in front of a mirror, was helpful, but real growth would come when he faced real situations. So one day, he went to a small shop in his town where people sometimes spoke English with customers. He felt nervous again. His old fear slowly came back. His mind said, "What if you make a mistake? What if people laugh?" But this time, Ali didn't listen to that fear. He took a deep breath and said to the shopkeeper, "Hello, I want to practice my English. Can I speak with you for a few minutes?" The shopkeeper smiled and agreed. At first, Ali spoke slowly. He made many mistakes. Sometimes he stopped in the middle of a sentence because he didn't know the right word. But instead of giving up, he used simple words. Lamunjid. When he didn't know a word, he explained it in another way. This made him more creative and confident. That day, Ali learned something very powerful. You don't need perfect vocabulary to communicate. You just need courage and simple sentences. After that experience, Ali created a new habit. Every day, he tried to speak English with at least one person. Sometimes it was a friend. Sometimes it was a stranger online. Sometimes it was just a voice recording on his phone. He would record himself speaking for 2 minutes, then listen and improve. Bend at night. Before sleeping, Ali started writing a short diary in English. Just lines about his day. For example, today I woke up early. I practiced English. Bum dia. I talked to my friend. I felt happy. These small sentences helped him think clearly in English. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Ali noticed another big change. He was no longer translating from his native language into English. He was thinking directly in English. This made his speaking faster and more natural. One day, Ali watched an English interview video. Before, he could only understand a few words, but now he understood most of it. He smiled and felt proud of himself. Lambda. Not because he was perfect, but because he had improved. But the journey was not always easy. There were days when Ali felt tired. There were days when he didn't want to practice. Baned. Sometimes he felt like he was not improving. Sometimes he compared himself to others and felt slow. But then he remembered his first day. The day he couldn't even say a full sentence. And he realized how far he had come. So he kept going. Ali also discovered another important secret. Learning English should be fun, not stressful. So he started doing things he enjoyed in English. He watched movies with subtitles. He listened to simple English stories. He followed English-speaking YouTubers. This made learning feel like entertainment, not work. One day, something unexpected happened. A new student came to his class. He was also shy and afraid of speaking English, just like Ali used to be. The teacher asked Ali to help him. Ali smiled and said, "Don't worry. Start simple. Speak every day. Make mistakes. That's how you learn." While teaching someone else, Ali understood his journey even better. And he realized that anyone can improve, no matter where they start. At the end of the year, Ali stood on the stage during a school event. He gave a short speech in English in front of many people. His voice was strong. His words were clear, and most importantly, he was confident. The same boy who was once afraid to speak even one sentence was now inspiring others. His secret was simple. He practiced daily. He didn't wait to be perfect. He spoke without fear. He stayed consistent. And that is what truly works. So if you are watching this and thinking, "My English is weak," remember Ali's story. Start small. Speak daily. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Keep going, even when it feels slow. Because one day, just like Ali, you will realize that your simple practice has turned into real confidence. As time passed, Ali's life slowly began to change in ways he never expected. One morning, while scrolling on his phone, he saw an online English-speaking competition. At first, he ignored it. His old fear whispered again, "You are not ready." But this time, something inside him was different. He remembered all those mornings in front of the mirror, all those small conversations, all those mistakes he had survived. He clicked the registration button. For the next few days, Ali prepared himself. But his preparation was not complicated. He didn't try to memorize big words or difficult sentences. Instead, he focused on speaking clearly, slowly, and confidently. He practiced telling simple stories about his life, his dreams, and his struggles. On the day of the competition, Ali felt nervous. His hands were cold, and his heart was beating fast. When his turn came, he walked to the stage and looked at the audience. For a moment, everything became silent. Then he started speaking. His words were simple, but they were real. He spoke about his journey, his fear, and how he started with just one sentence, "Alund." He didn't try to impress people. He just tried to express himself. And that made all the difference. When he finished, there was a moment of silence, and then people started clapping. Ali didn't win first place, but something more important happened. He proved to himself that he could do it. That day, Ali learned another powerful lesson. Stamgist. Confidence does not come from being perfect. It comes from showing up, again and again, even when you feel afraid. After the competition, Ali became even more serious about his practice. Lalanda. But he also became smarter in his learning. He stopped wasting time on things that didn't help. Lapahap. He focused only on what actually worked. You know, he spoke English every day, even if it was just for 5 minutes. He listened to simple English content and repeated it. He thought in English during his daily routine. Janed. He wrote small sentences to improve clarity. He practiced without fear of mistakes. Slowly, English became a part of his life, not just a subject. One evening, Ali received a message from Ahmed. There is a job opportunity in the city. They need someone who can speak basic English. You should apply. Lan. Ali smiled, but he was unsure. Am I ready? He thought. But then he remembered everything he had learned. Growth only happens when you take chances. So he applied. Brund. During the interviewer asked him simple questions in English. In the past, Ali would have panicked. But now, he listened carefully, took a second to think, and answered calmly. His sentences were not perfect, but they were confident. A few days later, Ali got the job. That moment was life-changing, not because of the job itself, damnida, but because it showed him the real power of simple practice. The small daily efforts he once thought were too little had created a big result. Years later, Ali became a confident English speaker. He started helping others who were struggling just like he once did. He told them the same thing again and again. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Many people asked him, what is the best way to learn English fast? And Ali always gave the same answer. The best way is simple. Practice every day. Speak without fear. Keep going. Because he knew the truth. Big success does not come from big actions. It comes from small actions done every day. Lean. So if you are watching this right now, thinking that English is too hard, thinking that you cannot do it, thinking that you are too late, remember Ali, he started with fear, he continued with small steps, and he succeeded with simple practice. Your journey can start today. Speak one sentence. Make one mistake. Learn one new thing. And repeat it every day, because simple English practice is the practice that actually works. Years passed. But Ali never forgot his first struggle. One day, while walking through his old school, Lambda he saw a young student standing alone. The boy looked nervous, holding a book, trying to read English quietly. Ali recognized that fear immediately. It was the same fear he once had. Ali walked up to him and gently asked, Are you learning English? The boy nodded and said, Yes. But I can't speak. I am too afraid. I think my English is very bad. Lond. Ali smiled, because he had heard those same words from himself. Many years ago, he said, Let me tell you something. Your English is not bad. You just need practice. Blonde. The boy looked confused and asked, "But how do I start?" Ali sat beside him and said, "Start simple. Say small sentences. Speak every day. Don't wait to be perfect." "I was just like you." Mad. The boy didn't believe him at first. "You? But you speak so well." Ollie laughed softly and said, "You are only seeing my result. You didn't see my beginning." Then Ali shared his full story. The fear, the mistakes, the mirror practice, the small conversations, the slow progress. Everything. The boy listened carefully. His eyes slowly filled with hope. Mond that day. Something changed in that boy, just like it once changed in Ollie. And in that moment, Ollie realized something deeper. Learning English was not just about speaking a language. Mond. It was about changing your mindset. It was about believing in yourself when no one else does. It was about taking small steps even when the path looks long. Lumdi. Before leaving, Ali gave the boy one simple task. Tonight, stand in front of a mirror and say woo sentences in English. That's all. Do it every day. The boy smiled and said, "I will try." Ali replied, "Don't try. Just do." As Ali walked away, he felt proud. Not because he had become fluent, but because he could now inspire someone else. That is the real success. Not just learning something, but helping others learn it too. And this is where your story begins. Yes, you. Maybe you are like Ali in the beginning. Maybe you feel shy. Maybe you are afraid of making mistakes. Maybe you think your English is not good enough. But listen carefully. You don't need to be special. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to wait. All you need is a simple plan. Speak a little every day. Think in English. Listen and repeat. Write small sentences. And never stop because of fear. That's it. Simple habits. Real results. One day, you will speak without thinking. One day, you will understand without effort. One day, you will feel confident. And one day, someone will come to you and say, "You know, I want to speak English like you." And you will smile, just like Ali did, because you will know the truth. Simple English practice is the practice that actually works.